Today I've got my top 4 favorites for Scooby-Doo movies, and I know my top 3 worst was a 3 set, but this one is one of them in this set is a double feature, so I included both of them. And for honorable mentions, we have Scooby-Doo Where Are You?, the complete first and second season. I just think that just brings back a ton of nostalgia for me. I watched reruns of it growing up, and so when I was able to finally find this at Target for like $15, I totally knew I wanted to pick it up, because I have 2 episodes from the original, 2 episodes, one from season 1 and one from season 2, which are 2 of my favorite episodes, on VHS tape. But yeah, I wanted to get them on DVD so I could watch them anytime, and just the voice acting was just perfect. I don't remember who played Daphne and Velma, but Don Messick and Casey Kasem and Frank Welker did a fantastic job with their roles, and then so that's why that's just an honorable mention. Just missing out on landing in the number 3 spot. And then for number 3 for cases, but 4 for movies, but who cares about the numbers anyway? But we've got Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase, and this is just one that brings back a lot of nostalgia for me, because it was one of the first Scooby-Doo movies that I remember watching when I was younger. I remember getting this on the DVD version, renting it from my local library all the time just to watch that movie. About 10 years ago, still remember it. And I actually, when I went a couple months ago, they still had that DVD on the shelves, and it's like, wow, that just brings back a lot of memories for me. I am hoping to get this and another movie on this list, find those on DVD soon, I hope, because I want to attempt to complete my collection of them. But overall, everything about this movie was good. Loved the music scene where they went through like 5 levels. Well, it was more like 6 levels in 5 minutes, which is kind of cool. And I feel that they foreshadowed a couple of the movies that would come after Cyber Chase. One of them is Scooby-Doo Where's My Mummy from 2005, which I do not have. Not yet. I hope to find that somewhere. I know there's a 4-pack that has that included, and the Samurai Sword, which was also kind of foreshadowed in Cyber Chase. And I feel that those 2 parts of the movie were really good. And them meeting their cyber doubles was really cool. I'd love to see that for the 50th anniversary Scooby-Doo movie they hopefully do next year. Especially with Shaggy and Scooby. Have them go back to their old 1988 looks. And that's pretty much all I have to say on my number 3 pick, which is Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. And then we have, well, that's my number 4 pick, but we have numbers 3, which is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which, when I did my top 5 favorites, this was actually my number 1 favorite. But now that I've watched it a couple more times, I would actually drop it down a few spots, because it's not that it's a bad movie and all. It's a really good movie, but just for nostalgia purposes mostly is the reason I would drop it to number 3 as my favorite Scooby-Doo movie that I now own on DVD, which I have a double feature. And we have my number 2 pick, which is Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders, which I've done 2 separate thoughts videos on that movie just because I love the movie so much. It's one of the first Scooby-Doo movies that I remember getting when I was younger, and it's the other Scooby-Doo movie that I have in two forms. I also have the VHS tape copy and now the DVD copy, so that's really nice. I've, in the past 5 days since I got this, I've watched both of these movies now twice. So that just tells you how much I'm happy to have both of these. And Scooby-Doo and the Alien Invaders, just incredible movie. I'd love to see Candy Milo come back for the 50th anniversary. That's pretty much all I ask for the 50th anniversary, is for Candy Milo to come back and revise her role as Crystal and Amber from Alien Invaders. And that's pretty much all I'd like to see for that, as well as include a couple guest stars from my number one pick, which is Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, which I'd love to see Tim Curry come back, give him a big role or something in the new 50th anniversary Scooby-Doo movie that they hopefully do next year, because he's had roles in Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King. He voiced the Goblin King in that one, and then his bigger role for Scooby-Doo movies, which was playing Ben Ravencroft in Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost from 1999, which I have the VHS tape copy, if I can find it on DVD, before Halloween. Then I will be doing a bit of a Scooby-Doo marathon, watching probably these three here as a bit of a marathon for Halloween. But the big reason that this is ranked number one as my favorites is because it introduces the Hex Girls, which I just think that they do an awesome job in the movie. They've showed up in, this one was their debut in Scooby-Doo movies, and then they showed up in Scooby-Doo Legend of the Vampire from 2003, and then one episode for What's New Scooby-Doo, 2 episodes for Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, and I believe that's it so far. Maybe Music of the Vampire from 2012, but I'll have to look that up. I know for sure Legend of the Vampire from 2003 had them. But one thing that really sets me off for this being one of my favorite movies that I own is just the music soundtrack is just one of the best music soundtracks of any Scooby-Doo movie. Probably Alien Invaders and Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost had some of the best music ever for a set of Scooby-Doo movies. But that's pretty much my top 4 favorite Scooby-Doo movies that I own. If you guys own any of these, feel free to tell me your thoughts on these movies in the comments section below, as well as feel free to leave your list of your favorites Scooby-Doo movies that you have in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because I will do more in the future.